On the morning of my 24th birthday, I woke up at 5:30 a.m. It was an unconscious decision, made for me and by me, nevertheless, by my body, which has decided to rebel against alarm clocks as of late. And while I suppose it's better to wake up before your alarm than after it, you don't typically want to get up that early on your birthday. At least, I don't. On this morning, having had some creative juices beginning to simmer a few days before, they reached a boiling point, and I decided to film myself making tea. I've always loved the tea or coffee making montages that are inserted into videos. But as I was filming, I found myself slowing down. Those montages usually go quick. Ding, 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 ding is the sound that I imagine them making. But when you're filming something, you have to do everything slowly, setting up angles and shots and trying to make sure your hands don't quiver and your lens is in focus. I think I was slowing down this moment because I wanted to enjoy it. Savor the moment, smell the roses in the air, so to speak. And I decided that I would film some parts of my morning as well. I wanted to do this in as authentic a way as possible. Authenticity is one of my greatest values, after all. But there is something about taking out a camera that obscures authenticity. Something about recording yourself and knowing that other people may see it precludes the ability to be as freely oneself as I would wish. Even when I was younger and would journal, I was always conscious of the fact that someone could read what I had written. In fact, I used to address my journal entries to a hypothetical future husband/love of my life that I imagined myself meeting, and then subsequently showing all these entries to. In many ways, I have always been conscientious of an audience when expressing myself. But I digress. What is authenticity anyway? What does it mean to be oneself? In Spiritual Direction a few months ago, I came up with a definition for the concept that I feel works particularly well. Authenticity is a performance and a creation of self. It means acknowledging the different factors that influence the self as part of self-formation and recognizing what among those factors feels true to your own experience or self, letting go of aspirations that don't come from true self. What I emphasized at the time was the release of aspirations. And I think that, within reason, it's actually good to let go of aspirations. I am not saying to give up on your dreams. In fact, I think there's a difference between dream and aspiration. I am rather talking about giving up on the version of yourself that you wish you were, the person who has it all together and eats, sleeps, exercises, socializes, plans, works, reads, crochets, knits, photographer, all of those things that work well. Because that person that you have in your head that does all of those things well and has it all together, that isn't really you. You are your own person, and you do your own things. And what exactly those things are is up to you, really. An authentic life is a life where you are constantly aware of what you need and what feels best and what is needed from other people around you. And you put that into practice. this constant self-monitoring is really a gift, I think, to be able to know what is needed in any given moment and to carry that out. I was recently told by the teaching fellow for my preaching class that I should stop qualifying everything that I say. Let me give you an example. At the end of this sentence, I might conclude that maybe I had not made sense, or maybe I was rambling, or that, if only I could find the right words, maybe you would really understand. And what I'm really trying to say is I want to make sure that you get what I am saying. But what it comes off as is I don't trust myself. I don't believe in myself. I don't have the confidence that what I am saying is true and real and can be inputted or implemented for other people. That is, of course, not what I mean. I am just speaking from my own experience, as much as I possibly can. But what I think is communicated by such equivocations and qualifications is a lack of authenticity. If I were to truly sit down in that moment and acknowledge what I need and what other people around me might need, it would not be an equivocation and a qualification of what I am saying. I would say things with confidence because I do in fact mean them. So I've been trying to stop making those equivocations and qualifications. I've been trying to stop saying, if that makes sense, and sorry, I'm rambling now. When I reach the end of my sentence, I stop. Or at least I am trying to. So what's at the end of this sentence? That's a good question. And it's not one that I have an answer to, I don't think. Life, as always, is an ongoing project. And authenticity is an ongoing project, something we are always working at or possibly slacking off at, depending on whatever is going on in our lives. Coping mechanisms often look like a lack of authenticity, which doesn't make them bad, I don't think. It just makes them what they are. My point is that I started this video on my birthday, which at this point was 3 weeks ago about. And clearly things have escalated since then in terms of schoolwork and busy work and everything that is on my plate. So much has happened. Goodness. And because I have written this over the span of 3 weeks and worked on it over the span of 3 weeks, there's just a lot that I don't know how to say. And to be honest, I don't know where I was going with this when I started, so that might be the end of this sentence. The last bit of this vlog is a book haul, because at the end of my birthday, I went with my husband to a bookshop nearby us, and I picked out a number of books. At this point, I frankly can't remember how many books. But I'll show them to you briefly, because who loves a book haul? Everyone, really, right? So, we'll get to that in a moment. For now, please enjoy me putting my journal away, because I think that's everything we have left besides the book haul. I also, on my birthday, picked up that beautiful plant, which you will see a close-up of in a moment. The first book that I picked out was The Secrets Between Us by Thridi Umrigar. I don't know anything about this book except for what it says in the back, which is, "It isn't the words we speak that make us who we are, or even the deeds we do. It is the secrets buried in our hearts." It was $4, so I picked it up. It has a pretty cover. What can I say? The next book was Afterlife by Julia Alvarez, which just has a beautiful cover. I mean, look at that. Look at that shine, the shimmer. Also, it was only $7, so I couldn't help it. Yeah, that's that one. It has a very interesting plot summary, by the way. The Rain Heron was next, which is a magical realism story, also with a very intriguing cover. Yeah. Luster was the next one. That one, again, with a lustery cover. Beautiful. Beautiful, and recommended by Obama, according to The New Yorker. The Gin Drinker's Year, drinking and other things to do with gin, day by day, season by season. An excellent choice, I think. We still need to actually make some of these gin cocktails. Broke Vegan has been a lovely cookbook to look through. Cheap recipes that are plant-based. Can't go wrong. Also, most of these were on clearance, let's be real. This here, Flesh, is a book that I've actually been wanting to get for a while. Spirituality, Liberation, and the Stories That Make Us is the subtitle. It's by Cole Arthur Riley, who's a creator of Black Liturgies on Instagram. Highly recommend a follow if you are in any way spiritual. Her wisdom just cannot be beat, and I'm really excited to get to this when I have some time. The Modern Embroidery Studio, I actually did not buy for myself. This was a birthday gift for my husband, and I'm very excited to get to it once I get my hands on some new embroidery floss. And lastly, I picked up some facial moisturizing lotion when I got the bromeliad. So, gotta take care of the skin. It's winter. There's a zoom in of my piano. And really, I'm zooming in on the bromeliad because I think that it's beautiful. And yeah, just enjoy the bromeliad. Lastly, 6 Seasons, A New Way with Vegetables, which is a beautiful, lovely cookbook based around seasonal cooking with vegetables. What more can you say? So far, we've just made one of the recipes in it because we're having a little bit of trouble finding some of the vegetables that Joshua McFadden recommends. But that's what it is. This was the sunset. Sunsets are a good goodbye. So, farewell until next time.